What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Booth Podcast. My name is Ken, along with my co-host. And this is the podcast where we talk about our life, self-development, and relationships, all the stuff you navigate through your 20s. And today's episode is specifically talking about Solomaxxing. Now, for those of you that don't know, this quote-unquote blank maxing trend has been a whole thing in the past couple months, I'd say, if not within a month. But essentially, Solomaxxing is, by definition, choosing yourself over romantic ideals. So you're mostly focused on yourself, your growth, I guess choosing peace in a sense, and careers, and just exploring rather than venturing into the dating world or getting into any relationship. And I'm all for that. At least I am currently kind of now doing that. I've kind of like stopped in the whole dating scene. I just want to focus more on just like traveling, getting my bread up, and not in the sense where I'm using it as an excuse, in the sense where I actually want to take it more seriously, more than I did before, right? And so I guess the question nowadays is, if you're solo maxing, are you really choosing yourself or are you running away from love? Because there could be two things. Some people, right after a breakup or after something goes wrong, it's like, I'm choosing myself. I'm like, I think you're just using an excuse.
Okay, I guess. But also, I don't chase, I attract.
Fair.
I kind of like that. I think going solo and focusing on yourself is the move. You don't necessarily have to chase for a relationship. I think a relationship should find you in a way. Not in the sense of, like, if you're a dude, the girl will come after you and find you, and vice versa. I think it's more so like if while you're said solo maxing and you're pursuing all these hobbies or growing in your career, if you develop feelings for somebody, then so be it. I think it should happen naturally. I'm all for solo maxing.
But also, solo maxing is also the choice of opting out of dating. Like, even if someone has feelings for you, choosing. Like, fuck you, fuck that shit. I'm choosing me. Yeah. And yeah, so for me, for instance, I don't know where this episode lands. But I guess I chose to opt out of dating or getting to know someone in general, like recently.
Yeah.
Because I think it just made me realize, like, I knew she was into me, just by conversation and all that we had, and she taught me about her friends, right? What she told me and everything, and then I think it kind of kind of inched in me, like, I don't think I want a relationship right now. Yeah, yes, this feels good, but I don't really want to anymore.
Right.
Like, I just want to like have fun, not in the sense of like I'm gonna mess around, like in the sense where I want to have more fun in my life.
Yeah.
Right. This injury really brought it out of me, and I just want to travel, and just really do things that I haven't been able to do in the past couple of years.
That's fair.
Right. So I don't want to date right now because, man, I just want to travel. I think there's nothing wrong with solo maxing, right? In the end, it's just like choosing your peace, but there's also come a time where I guess you could be running away from it, like from like the responsibilities of life. I think that's where it's a gray area, right? Because some people would possibly do it just to, one, not dabble in the responsibilities they have, or running away from what could potentially could happen, right? Because some people are scared to like fall in love. So like, I'm gonna step back. I'm gonna choose myself and all that shit. And like, I don't blame them. Right. But yeah, I think solo maxing I kind of like the trend, but I hate to call it a trend. You're just doing you.
You're just giving it a fancy title.
Yeah.
I think it could be. Do you think that if you are solo maxing and you're like no relationships, do you think that girl or that person, that specific person, will bring it out of you regardless?
I don't know. I think no, honestly. Even if it's hard to say if someone's the right person, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I don't think they can bring it out of me right now. Just because I'm very headstrong and just like, I just really want to do me right now. I just really want to focus on other things, and I don't want to give my time to someone else or get to know someone else right now.
Yeah.
Because one, it would be unfair to them. It would be unfair to me, because if I'm not focused on them or even giving them even 10% of my time, it's like, why am I going to be a dick and entertain this for you when who knows if you catch feelings or not? It's like, if I'm not really giving you a good amount of my time, then I'm just being disrespectful to you and not respecting you as a person. Because it's like, if you hang out with someone, you gotta give them your full like undivided attention. Because I'm like, why are you gonna like just be there and just not even be present when we're hanging out, right? So yeah, I don't think they can bring it out of me. What about you? Or have you ever made the conscious decision to stop dating? And what triggered that?
I have.
What happened?
I think when it was fresh off a breakup, I like was more headstrong on developing the kind of man I wanted to become, which was in a sense Solomaxxing, over focusing on the relationships I was building with any sort of women or girls, because I was like, number one, I remember journaling this too. If you cannot drive, if you cannot afford to drive, you don't deserve to be in a relationship. Right? That was me personally, because it's like, how are you going to take a girl out on a date if you can't drive and can't afford the date? Right? And it was also just like more of a self-love kind of thing. I wanted to make sure that the guy that I looked at in the mirror was a guy that I can confidently walk into any room and say, like, I'm that guy. And if I'm not that guy, then how can I be super secure in a relationship, or even secure enough to go and talk to a girl with a lot of confidence? So there was a lot of, I remember the first couple months of me being broken up with, it was constantly going in the gym, like I think like 5 to 6 times a day, or a week, 5 to 6 times a week, focusing on skincare, trying to dress differently, focusing on my career, getting my money up, saving my money, and like just being a social butterfly with my friends and just hanging out. Did not need, and then you realize that you don't need a significant other to fill that like emptiness in a way. Like you kind of like are okay with just by yourself, to be honest.
For people that kind of have like that emptiness, do you think they're just trying to fill up a void if they get into any relationship?
110%. I think everyone has a sort of, I call it or not I call it, but I've heard it been called as a God-sized filled hole, where it's like people will search for some sort of purpose, some sort of meaning, whether that's love or fulfillment within their own journeys. And like ultimately, if you understand that you already have all that you need, you don't necessarily need to fill in that God-sized like hole. Also, like for me personally, like I've found God, and to me, like everything is extra. Everything is a cherry on top. They are His blessings, but at the same time, they are to me just physical. Has nothing to do with where my soul rests right now. Like I'm at peace knowing that everything I have is everything I should have right now, and where I'm at is where I should be right now.
Fair. Just to steer off course a bit, do you think people are solo-maxing because the dating landscape is too hard?
I'd like to think so. Do you know any, like, there's so many guys I've seen talk about it on like TikTok, social media, even girls. They're like everyone's just having fun right now. So there's no point in getting into anything serious, right? Like you'll have people at the club partying, or they're just picking up a new hobby, whether it's like bouldering, running, golfing. So it's like I have all this time and money that I would rather dedicate towards myself and building a hobby that I enjoy versus spending extra or, adding more to a relationship. So I kind of agree.
No, that's fair. 'Cause I mean, nowadays the dating landscape, a lot of people will complain about or even go through the dating apps, a person who's ghosting them, any random situationship, and of course commitment issues or the cost of dating. Because dating is expensive.
Yep.
Like I think we were talking about it earlier. We're not in the States, but the average date costs about $185, and I'm like, that's madness. That's bad. And then I think the average Gen Z spends about $205 on a date.
Yep.
And then how much do you typically spend on like a date night?
To me, it is like 150.
I'd say that's pretty solid.
150 to 200. That's if I'm paying for everything.
Assuming you are, yes.
Yeah, 150 to 200. If you're factoring dinner, mine and hers, gas,
Mm-hmm.
maybe beverages. Like if you wanted to go get coffee together, yeah,
Mm.
it's that much. Or activity, add an activity.
Yeah. No, I think that's mine too. I think, dude, it sucks to say, but yeah, I think I spent about 150 to 200 on like a good date, or even a girl I'm just taking out like for the first time, which is like really bad because dude, I'll pay for the dinner, whatever. Let's just say it's a decent meal, $25.
Yeah.
Right. So $50 right there. Oh, let's go see a movie, or let's go get a coffee, get a drink.
Yeah.
Right. Then mind you, I like to start my dates like midday, and then leading on to the night. Right. So I started a little earlier, and then coffee, and then get like a pastry. That's another 30. Right.
Yeah. It's expensive.
I'm at $80.
Yeah.
Let alone,
man.
right.
Just being like, I remember when I was single, like I saved a lot of money. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Mm-hmm.
When I got in this relationship,
Yeah.
we'll talk about it, bro.
Yeah.
We don't talk about it.
But my friend gave me this rule, like this 5-date rule, and this is how much you should spend per date.
Okay.
He said on the first date, you should typically aim for about $20 max.
Okay.
I was like, you can just get a coffee, cool, right? Second date, let's do a light 30, right? So now you're going on to the third date, $40, right? You can spend a little more, right? You guys can both get a shareable and a meal or something, whatever, right? 2 meals, right? Assuming it's like within the $15 range, and then whatever extra, right? You're on date 4, raise the budget up to about 70, right? Date 5, about a bill, $100 for those that don't know. And then I'm like, yo, that's like a solid like budgeting date plan.
Yeah.
I know Toronto's expensive, but I think you can get a proper date in $20. What do you think? $20 alone, do you think you can have a proper date in Toronto?
Coffee? Yes. Coffee date? Yes.
Mm-hmm. You're paying for a coffee, so that's like give or take
$8.
Let's say 7.
Just know that if I'm going for a $20 date, I'm spending the $20 on her, and I'm not getting shit for myself.
No, that's fair.
It's a coffee and a pastry for her, and some napkins for me. Like that's about it. I ain't getting nothing.
No, I think that's solid. I would say a $20 date in Toronto. I might be a little delusional on the pricing, but yeah, get a drink. Whatever, she gets her matcha, I'll get my whatever drink.
Unless you're smart with it and you go on like a movie date, like Tuesday $5.
Oh, true.
Right.
You gotta find the deals.
You gotta find the deals.
But
it's a fun little challenge.
yeah, I think you should try it.
First challenge is get a date.
First challenge, talk to a girl.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I think if I had $20 and I took a girl out on a date in Toronto, it's low-key kind of tough, but we go for coffee. I'll splurge a bit, so coffee at wherever. She gets her matcha, I get mine. Amounting to about $14, give or take. $13 no tip. Right, let's assume 6.5 and 6.5 for the drinks. Yep. $13. I would say, all right, bro. Juicy dumpling is right there at Spadina and Dundas.
Right.
You know, it's like $4.99 for 6 now. Fuck, that's expensive.
Or you lock in. You go grocery list, get like a couple of ingredients, cook something, or cook something or make something. Picnic.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
So then you get the outdoor element, scenery.
Yeah. No, that's solid.
Right?
Yeah. No, that's not bad. But yeah, people are Solomaxxing because dates are just mad expensive nowadays. It's like people...
Don't blame them.
I'm not saying they expect it, but it's like a lot of people want to do that nice gesture of going to a fancy restaurant first date offhand. Yeah. Right? I'm like, now I think about it, you don't need to do that. Right? You can just coffee, chat, cool. Right? That's a date, get to know each other. That's like the primary basis of it. I think what I would do though, if I had a first date, and let's say I don't care about the budget, but start midday, get a coffee, whatever, walk around the city. I want to maybe do an activity with her, whatever, in the city.
There are free movies in the city.
That too.
Yeah, outdoor movie nights.
Mm-hmm. If she's a film girl, we go to the Review in Roncesvalles. Sorry guys, for those of you that don't know, these are all like Toronto based. Yeah, but yeah, I took her on a little nice movie date, and the night off with like some like cheap food. She's okay with it. I'm like, the city's expensive, and cheap food kind of slaps though.
True.
Right?
Or again, going back to Solomaxxing, you just don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, you don't have to date. I mean, you're actively
peace.
choosing not to date when you're Solomaxxing.
I think for me also it was like the case of I would not want to spend money on a date, specifically if the person that I'm going on a date with isn't my person.
But how do you know they're your person?
Yeah, that's where it gets gray.
Mm.
I guess you do like testers, you know what I mean? Like, obviously there are girls out there, a lot of them, that have said that, oh, like first date I had to pay, or like I paid my half, like immediate ick, immediately we're done. So that's why the dating scene is hard when it comes to that stuff. That's why, like, to me, if you're gonna really try and go all out for a girl, like make sure that, try your best with your best judgment. Lemon law.
For those of you that don't know what the lemon law is, can you explain?
The lemon law is I wouldn't say a theory, but it's a kind of rule in dating from How I Met Your Mother, where you test you test your compatibility with somebody within the first 5 minutes. If you see this going somewhere, well, then you ask for a date or ask for a second date, whatever it may be. So yeah, lemon law, and then it's worth it, I guess. Otherwise, hey, no one's forcing you to go on that date, man.
No, that's true, bro. You can choose yourself at the end of the day.
Yep.
Just to get kind of steer back into the topic, what do you think focusing on yourself looks like?
To me, focusing on yourself is focusing on the physical appearance of yourself, the mental, spiritual, right? And I would even go, did I say mental?
No.
Physical, mental.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I did. Yeah, focus on those three. To me, how you look, although it is the vessel of which your soul carries, it is important, because how you look, to me, look good, feel good. So whether that's going to get that hair appointment, doing the skincare, going into the gym, doing the cardio, dressing nice, that's huge. It plays a role. Like, I think it was Kobe that said he had to create almost like an alter ego of himself to perform better, right? Who are you today? Is the you that you want to be today dressed like that, looking like that? If not, let's work on it. I think your mental health is a huge one. Not just what triggers you and what brings you peace, but also going through and resolving any childhood trauma. Any trauma. There are lots of trauma out there. You can't pretend like you don't got any. Spiritual, that's a huge one, whether that's just meditating or whatever form of prayer or spirituality you venture. That's a huge one. It fills in a pretty big gap in your life. And to me, last one, super huge, financial.
Yeah, that's huge, bro.
If you're not like trying to survive with your money and you're just kind of floating, then you're in a good spot. Just try not to be in debt.
It's hard.
It's hard. I know. And just also like being able to breathe. I think money does that. Like if your money, like your account looks really bad, it's almost like hard to breathe throughout the day. You're looking at all these like choices for food or drinks, and you're like, nope, can't do that. So be in a place where you can go, not today, but I could,
Fair.
What about you? What does Solomaxxing look like to you?
I think Solomaxxing to me is just doing the things that I always thought I would do earlier on, but doing them now. Because there's so many things I've always wanted to do, just never really got around to it, because I was like, let me just do this and this and this, and it's like things just got like in the way. So I think now it's like actually like prioritizing the stuff that I really wanted to do and focusing more on where I want to become and who this final version of Ken I want to become.
Right.
Because there's like this, one of my mentors, she's like, what is that final form of you? Right. And what he means is that whoever that final form, that final version of you is, embody that person constantly. So then when you die, you actually become who you set out to be.
Right.
All right, so I think I'm starting to like revert back into that because it's like this. There's a specific type of person I want to be, and I'm not that person yet.
Right.
You know, so I'm like heavily focusing on myself, like focusing on my healing. You know, my mental's in check, financial's not there yet, but we'll get there. You know, so I'm like doing all the things that I need to do to become this version of myself. Not to say that I'm not happy with who I am, but I'm happy with the way I'm transforming myself.
Right.
Right. Because I feel like if you don't appreciate where you are right now, despite of where you are situationally, like if you're not in the best headspace, best financial or best physical,
Right.
if you don't appreciate that version of yourself now, then I don't think you should appreciate yourself when you're finally there.
Oh, I've heard that. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're not grateful where you're at now, you're not ever gonna be
Mhm.
grateful when you're like $1 million in the account or
Yeah.
whatever have you. Yeah, that's I believe it.
Yo, because it's different, bro.
Makes sense.
It's
Makes sense to
super
me.
different. You know, and I think Solomaxing is just some people take it a different way. Some people take Solomaxing to this to the 3, 2, 1. Some people take Solomaxing to the pretext where they want to avoid vulnerability, but disguise it as choosing my peace, right? Because obviously some people, they run away from things they don't want to be responsible for. It's like, oh, it's too hectic, you know.
Avoidant behavior. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it can be a mask. It depends on like how you take it. But if you avoid these problems and you're just choosing yourself, when it's like, yo, you can't choose yourself right now because there's other problems occurring or like you're responsible for it, then you're just being a bitch. Right. You're just straying from the problem and you're creating more for people that love you or care about you. Right. And it's not, we know possibly it's not your intention to like hurt them, but you could be hurting them because you're choosing yourself. And it's not to say that it's selfish, but it's like some things are also bigger than you at that time.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if you're avoiding vulnerability, then you kind of got to take a step back and realize that I need to be vulnerable with these people because it's hurting them, but it's also like hurting me without realizing it. Right. Yeah.
I think Solomaxing is also to me. I'd never heard the word Solomaxing. I've heard maxing, but to me, I like using the word or the phrase dad lore. To me, it's increasing dad lore.
Yeah.
Whether that's like, for me, signing up for a race. Is it a mid-20s crisis? Yes. But I'm doing it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like doing stuff that like to add to your life resume. Shit that like you think is just super cool.
Yeah.
Even for yourself. You don't have to do it for anybody, for your kids or whatever. Just do it because you think some pretty cool stuff, not gonna lie. Like I would think that this is cool. Like to me, that was me going to the Philippines and doing Filipino martial arts in the motherland, testing in front of the grandmaster. I thought that was really cool. And I got to like show off a little bit because that's kind of his whole thing, a show off. That's going to be me this year again, doing the race, doing the marathon in Niagara. I think that's pretty cool for me. Like from a kid that came in dead last in his 8th grade of cross country to now trying to run a marathon. I think it's absolute bonkers. I should never have signed up for the race. But here we are and we're training. We're week 2 now.
8th place.
Yeah. So to me, even this, like sometimes, like I know, like when cameras are off, me and Ken like to joke about the booth,
amongst other things.
Yeah, and like how like it's kind of like, I guess cringe in a way, not because what we put out there and what you guys are listening to and the advice that you're getting is cringe. It's more so like, it's almost like whenever you guys look at old childhood videos of yourself, and you're just kind of like, oh, why would you say that? Why would you do that? That's kind of us and how we portray ourselves when we do these things. But I mean, like whenever I bring it up to anybody, like, yeah, did TikTok, hit 25,000 followers, small number to some people, crazy huge for some others.
Yeah.
You put 25,000 in front of you. It's a lot of people.
No, it is, bro.
Right? And for us to like, to even just do that, like I would have never thought.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, adding to your life resume, increasing the dad lore is kind of what I interpret Solomaxing as.
No, I agree. Dad lore and Solomaxing, because I think I have an insane dad lore so far, and I feel like it's gonna get even more crazier the more I grow up.
Hey, this is dad lore.
Oh, dude, even the amount of times I tell people about this, it's just like, yeah, dude. How do I tell my kids I have titanium bolts in me? I'm like part cyborg.
Yeah.
Like, like no, I at first I didn't know I had bolts in me. And I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah.
how am I gonna get through airport security?
Yeah.
They're gonna stop me. Like, how do I show them proof?
Yeah.
Like, yo, tear open my knee, bro. No, but my dad, I'm confident to say my dad was gonna get crazy. Yours just got crazy.
I hope it's gonna get crazier.
Mm.
Oh, is that what you're saying?
Inside joke.
Yeah.
Since topic of Solomaxxing, do you think people should go through an intentional season of singleness?
Yes.
Why?
Because they should test to see how far they can go by themselves without a relationship. I think a lot of us that tend to get into relationships constantly, like yours truly, we like the person that we are when we're in relationships, and we have yet to venture out to see what that person is like without one. Can they still grow without that environment? And when I had to do it, I thought it was pretty awesome. I felt like the me that was in that relationship and then me coming out of it, I feel like those were two different people. And I feel like, I mean, I hate to bring it up, but one time Ken told me this. He's like, when that breakup happened, it just felt like a part of you died, which kind of sucks to hear, because when I see pictures, when I see videos, yeah, a part of me did die. And for the better or for the worse, it doesn't matter. We move on. And I honestly would not take it back. Luckily, I have the support system that I do. And Solomaxxing isn't so solo when you got like some of the best friends. So it really depends on you guys. But to me, I've seen a lot of people kind of go through a great like metamorphosis kind of phase after being single for a while. And I think it's important, and I think you should go through it.
Yeah.
What about you?
I have been single for about 25 years. So,
well,
I've been Solomaxxing since birth. Since birth, brother. But I think being single is one of the greatest things you can do for yourself if you're actively choosing it. And if you're not, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, because you learn more about yourself. But a lot of people, I guess they have a misconception with being single. It's like sad, you know. It's like, oh, don't you want a girlfriend? Like they get pondered with questions. Like, no, dude. I think being single is amazing because you're in this state of discovering what you like and what you don't like.
Right.
Not to say in another person, but just things in general.
Yeah.
Right. And on top of that, you just have fun being around yourself more, and you enjoy things way more than you would with another person.
Yeah.
And because for instance, for me, I love listening to jazz, right? I love listening to like old hip hop and learning the history about hip hop.
Yeah.
Now, I do that stuff alone because I genuinely love it. If I were to bring someone in, right, whether it be a girlfriend, a girl I'm talking to, or just any other friend, I'd be hesitant to bring them in because I'm like, I really love this. And if you don't like the same thing, I think I'd be sad. But because I've learned that I love this a lot being alone, and if you like it with me, I'm like, oh, this makes this experience so much better.
Yeah.
Right. So now, because let's say, for example, hip hop, right? Old hip hop. Oh, let me put you onto this this duo, right? Let me put you on this clan. Let me put you onto this rapper named Big L, right? And she loves it just as much as I do. And if not just as much as I do, then even just a smudge, I'm like, I'll take it.
Right.
You know? So that's why I think I love being single too. It's like I have so much more fun with myself. And I learned to do things that I know I wouldn't do because some of my friends wouldn't want to go.
Right.
I'm like, yo, I'm gonna do this thing one thing. Because there are many times like I'll go to a cafe alone.
Yeah.
You know, I'll draw, I'll do some work. I'll make friends with the person right beside me.
Right.
Right. Like one of my friends, I was at a cafe, and then what's funny is that he was doodling beside me. He's making like these flowers and everything. I'm like, yo, this is kind of nice. And so we're talking and chit-chatting. I'm like, yo, I like your stuff. And then I come to find out that he's friends with one of my tattoo artists. Right? I'm like, oh, you know him? Like, yeah. And like, blah, blah, blah. And then later on, he had like a post about him. And it was like a tattoo. I'm like, oh my God, dude. My world is like super small and connected, and I love it. And he started off, I guess, doing this whole new third space thing called New Systems, where a lot of people go there just to like work and just learn more about technology and art. And I think it's just a beautiful thing. I feel like if I didn't go there alone at first, I'd be too focused on being with my friend and neglecting the opportunities of a friendship right beside me. Right. So the reason I also love Solomax and just the amount of friendships I've made through that, right? Because it's like I'm getting to know you wholeheartedly. Yeah. Right. I know I talk about friendship a lot in this podcast, but I have a huge emphasis on that friends or having supportive people around you really make a difference in your life because it gives you more reason to live. Not in like a suicidal depressive state, but in like life is worth living even more. Right. Because I want to experience this with other people too.
Glass half full, not half empty.
Yeah. Yeah, I think being single is one of the greatest things you can do. Take it from a guy who's been single for 25 years, counting. 25 years and 6 months as of in 4 days. I just took that in.
I mean, not right now. Okay. For those of you that are listening, I just pointed at his leg. Not right now with Ken, but in the future, when this is all said and done, when you start Solomaxing, what are the first couple hobbies that you're doing? Name me your top 5 hobbies that you are going into.
I'm back to the gym. Cool. But if we're not really counting like that day-to-day stuff, then if we're talking about purely on hobbies,
gym counts as a hobby.
I think I want to go to more like card shops, not like One Piece, Pokemon. Like I love like basketball. Okay. Right. So I collect like basketball cards of my favorite players. I have a small LeBron collection. Right. So I want to go to more like card expos. Right. What else would I want to do? I had a list. I want to do more hiking for sure. Like I want to get out more. Right. Anything that involves using my legs more. I know boxing was one of them. Boxing for sure. I want to try it out just to get in shape. That's why we have this whole like.
Yeah, we do.
We're promoting the Boost gym right now. What else? Running was always my hobby on the side, but I guess learning a new language for sure. I've been trying to do that, but I keep forgetting. Right. Oh, and getting back into chess. I love chess. I stopped playing for a while.
Have you learned textbook chess yet?
What do you mean textbook chess?
Like there's like a textbook for it. Like there's actual plays.
Oh, like the openings and everything like that. Yeah. I'm like slowly getting back into it. Yeah. Like I played a couple matches.
Jaden's really good.
Dude, I can't. Like I think
killed me.
My elo on chess.com is like I have 2 accounts. One was 800, the other is like 300. Okay. Because the other one I just kept losing to my friend over and over again. But yeah, I think those are like the top 5 hobbies I'd get back into. Yeah. Nice. What about you? What are your top 5 hobbies while Solomaxing?
Right now, it's running. I'd like to think just all of martial arts right now. Whether like it's boxing, kickboxing, weapons like Filipino martial arts, jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu is actually what I want to get into, wholeheartedly. I want to like actually compete. That's another like thing I want to add to my dad lore, to my Solomax. Is just like somehow just like compete and like get first. I know a little bit shooting for the stars there. But I want to aim for that. So running, martial arts, hiking is a huge one. I think I'm on par with you with hiking because man, I keep seeing a lot of people go into like like Alberta and Vancouver and finding their spots there, and I'm like, yep, you're getting me there.
Yep.
4 and 5 is where things get tricky.
My honorable mention is basketball for me. I think I'm gonna still do it, just shooting. Yeah.
I think cooking. Cooking is one, and I will hop on yours train. Learning a new language. I am pretty hardcore on wanting to learn Tagalog. I want to learn so that's a Filipino language if people don't know, and I want to learn Korean.
안녕하세요.
Yes. And I think a little bit of I want to learn Spanish too.
Dora is right there.
Yeah, I know. I might have to start watching just so it's in the background.
I think the 3 languages I really want to learn, I want to get back into French, right? Just because I actually enjoyed speaking French when I was little. Japanese is up there for sure, just because I visit often. Yeah. And the third one,
I got a teacher for you for Japanese if you want.
You do?
I do.
I would say I thought about Spanish. I really did. Oh, Chinese.
Chinese.
Yeah.
Yeah. Specifically Mandarin.
Oh yes, there's Cantonese.
Specifically Mandarin. Cantonese is pretty good too. It's just I've heard it's a bit more difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least people that speak Mandarin say it's difficult, and the people that speak Cantonese say no. It's actually pretty easy. Yeah.
Yeah. Those are like the main three for me.
Yeah. Languages. Huge, because I feel like when I travel, like I just want to have that like sitting in my back pocket.
Yeah.
Like whoever I'm traveling with, and then they start speaking and they look at me and I'm like the Filipino guy, like, I'm speaking English to this guy, and I pull it out of my bag and they're like, "Whoa, how did you do it?" Like, who's that guy on TikTok, bro? Xiao Man. That guy is Xiao Man. He's like that white guy.
I don't think so.
And he's in like he used to live in New York when I first started watching him, and now he goes all over. And then he like speak Mandarin.
Oh, I think I've
like
seen
restaurants, and then I think also he started speaking like Yoruba, which is like an African language, tribal language. Pretty cool. Zhao Man, if you haven't, like, if you know, you know. That guy's really good.
Nah, with the whole languages too is because so I was in Japan like last year, and so when I was like a couple days before my end of my trip, I went to kind of like the beach region in Kanagawa, and so I'm in the most popular city, touristy.
Yeah.
So in there, I'm looking for like souvenirs for everyone, right? So I hop into this little one shop. It's like these little darumas. I'm pronouncing it right.
Okay.
And it's like kind of like the whole thing. It's this kind of like circular beast.
Okay.
And so the eyes are blank, and you only fill it in on the left side, and then you make your wish. And then once you make your goal. So once your goal is fulfilled, let's say reach $100,000. Right, that's when you fill in the other one, right, to say that you completed it as like a reminder.
Yeah.
And so when I was going through there, I bought like a bunch of them, right, each one specifically for like all my friends. And so when I'm cashing out, I'm saying like, thank you, I'll see you later, or take care in like Japanese. And they're like, and they're like, oh, you're Japanese, and they start speaking to me like a whole thing. I'm like, oh no. Ego, meaning like English. I'm like, ego. Like, oh, sorry. I'm just like, no. I mean, don't say sorry. But I'm like, thank you for thinking I was like native. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's like a nice touch.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Yeah, that's like the type of like reactions I like.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, Japanese is like top tier of my list just because I go often.
Yeah. It's not a hobby, but for Solomaxxing, I want to travel more.
Which 3 countries?
At the top of my head right now,
that you've never been. Not going back yet.
Yeah. Italy. Thailand. Muay Thai.
Don't want to see a lady boy.
Muay Thai. I want to learn Muay Thai. I actually want to go there at one point for like a month. And like just do training camp there. Because they do it's actually pretty.
It's intense. It's cheap too.
It's intense. It's cheap, but it's cheap for a private lesson. Let me reiterate that. Private lesson. It's not like you're doing a class. It's a private lesson. So that's pretty cool. And then the amenities in that the place that you like the resort that you stay at, and you can train there. It's pretty cool. There's that, and then there's I don't want to say Japan. I'm leaning towards France.
Not bad.
France. And like really enough, like I want to bike around those cities. And I don't know if they have bikes over there in Italy, like if they're like that's a normal thing there, but like I want to bike around these places. Like when I was in New York, man, I was biking all over. Like that was awesome. Probably one of the highlights of that trip. So I want to make that my goal is like whatever city I'm in, like just start like biking around, just get lost. Not completely lost, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. I think the top 3 countries I do want to visit that I've never been to before is for sure Vietnam, Tibet.
Interesting.
Italy is an honorable mention.
I just want to see the Colosseum.
No, true.
Yeah, that's huge for me.
Dude, there's another one I had in my head. Fuck.
I guess honorable mention for me is Spain. I want to see that church.
Oh, Australia.
How did I forget Australia?
Only reason why I say Australia is because it's one of my goals to swim in the Great Barrier Reef.
Yeah. Wait, did you say Switzerland?
No, but I want to retire in Switzerland.
Oh, right. Australia. How could I forget Australia?
Yeah, Australia's like...
No, it's peak. It's peak. Australia's pretty awesome.
For anyone that's from Australia, if you're seeing this, can you please comment down below some places to visit in Australia? and if we're ever there, when you're like want to be our tour guide or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, just
Australia's
out of
awesome.
curiosity. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think that's been the rest of the episode.
Yep.
You know, episode 85, if I remember correctly.
Yes, sir.
If you guys like this topic, please comment down your thoughts, and if you have any questions, comment them down below, of course. And if you're on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, rate us, like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, hopefully you guys are Solomaxxing for the right reasons.
Right.
And if you're not, fake yourself a little bit. You know, give yourself a little thought. And that's been Ken.
That's been Dom.
And that's the booth. Take care.
Peace out.